That's the end of the presentation. And Sonia, if you have any questions and comments, let's go.
The first one is, how do you drive the customer to your site? Do they have to go to the cmsbot.com and find you, or do you get a website named like donnaspizza.com?
Sure. So what I would recommend is you don't have to actually purchase a domain name, but it is highly recommended that you do purchase a domain name so that you can link to that site or at least market that site with a domain name. So one way that it is linked, even when you don't have a domain name, every newspaper will get what's called a digital marketing website. Now, that digital marketing website is created solely for that newspaper as a way for them to market these sites. And on that site, you will have a page that's called samples or our clients, and it will link to that site. So again, that will build the SEO. But again, I do highly recommend that you do purchase a domain name and we can help you link that domain name to your cmsbot website.
Hey, Dan, we have another one. Can we use a custom URL that we have purchased for the business?
Yeah, and so that would be the same question pretty much as a domain name. So the custom URL is the domain name that you would link to the designated site that you've created. And again, we would help you if you purchase that domain name through Google, not Google, but GoDaddy. We would help you give you the information of what you need to do in order for you to do that. So again, it was very seamless for us to do that with Rick Craig's site, the Honey Badger site, where they already had a domain, they had a website, and we were able to give them the instructions on how to do that. And again, it's just basically just changing, copying and pasting two fields in the backend system.
Okay. Why is color such a big factor for Google recognizing your website?
So Google actually uses color as a way. So for example, as you can see here, when I'm typing questions and comments on the green background.
And we're seeing questions and comments. You just have to change your screen. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you see questions and comments, is that what you're seeing?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm just using this as an example.
Okay.
So the words questions and comments are white letters on top of the green. So it's easy right now for us to see that. Google actually, for example, in this case, it thinks that color's a little difficult to see, the green background versus the white, the contrast. So that's the big issue is contrast is what Google starts downgrading everything. If your contrast is not that good, and in this case, I think it is pretty good, but if it's not that good, it will start lowering your SEO, and which is the reason why you saw that number 83. So 83 is not bad. It's just you really want to be over 80, but anything lower than that, then it's basically because your site is not, the colors aren't contrasting right. And again, that's based on white versus whatever the background color is.
Okay. Who actually owns the website? Will it stay as a business website, or does it go away if they move on from Metro or us?
Okay, so the website is hosted by Metro under the cmsbot umbrella. So the sites will remain there, and that would go with any site that's actually being generated. So for example, if you did use another site such as a Wix, or if you did a GoDaddy, those sites cannot be moved. Those have to stay at the server. And again, it's only because those sites are actually created for that type of server. So again, the sites that we're creating, we've built a content management system to help you build the site and manage the site without having any development background.
Okay. Does Metro have the ability to serve the web ads to customers, or do we still need an alternative service for that?
So we do not serve ads. We just create the ads for you. And again, you can create the ads through the My Ad Wizard. Ads are basically images, so you do need an ad server if you're asking questions in regards to how the ads are being placed on a website. But again, we don't serve ads, we help create the ads.
Okay. We're getting a lot of these questions, Dan, so I'm just going to group it together as one.
Sure.
A lot of our subscribers are interested in pricing. What is the cost to set up the website, monthly fees? How much does the website cost? What is the hosting fee?
Sure.
So I don't know if you want to address
Yeah,
them. Okay.
that's pretty simple. So we are doing what's called an introductory offer right now. So I'd highly recommend so many of you to jump in. Metro is charging only $15 per active site. So what's that mean to you? That means you can go out and create as many of these sites as you'd like. You can present them. You can use them as spec websites, show them. There is no contract that you need to sign with Metro. There's no limitation of how many sites that you can purchase. You're basically just creating the sites. And if they activate the site, meaning that they choose to go forward, you choose what your market value would be for those sites. So we recommend that you do not surpass $50 per month. So again, we're charging 15, you can charge 50, and we don't charge you until you actually activate one of those sites. So again, you can start off charging 25, 30, 45, and you also have the ability of controlling how long the user has to test the site. But again, we charge only $15 per active site that you have activated. So the minute that you're selling and making money, we're going to charge you. And that's all. It's not being charged per site that's being created. It's per site that's activated.
Okay.
And I think another question in there was about the hosting. So that includes the hosting. So many of you know hosting generally can start anywhere between $20 to $25 per month. So $15 that we're charging is pretty low for a hosting of a site like this.
Thank you, Dan. Another question came in. Will the client have a feedback form on the website?
Yes. So what we've done is I could go live, but I'll show you. Well, I did mention it through the video. We do have a contact form on the site. Let me see if I can actually show it while we have here. It's really interesting. Actually, thanks to the Daily Sentinel. They required that for one of their clients that they've went live with. And what we did was we actually created a contact form. Now, it wasn't for the Honey Badger, but they are a beneficiary of this new form that we've added. So basically, all the sites have a contact area. And in that contact area, anyone can just put their name, their phone number, email, and message, and you enter that verification code. So what this will do is it will email the honeybadger@gmail.com that a message came through. It will show the entire message. And what's really nice about that setup is that you can then go into the back end of your dashboard. So Honey Badger would then have a dashboard like you're seeing here, and they would click on the mail here, and they can actually also have it there as an archive. So you will get notification here on the page when you log into your dashboard, how much mail haven't you read? And again, it doesn't tie into, for example, Gmail, where it's actually the mail of Gmail. So it doesn't know that you opened it in Gmail, but it's a great way for you to archive it. It's also another great way that you don't have to give out your email every single time. Everything's just being stacked in here, archived for you.
Dan, okay, here's another question. Can I create a spec site, test site that I can use to show clients or just use yours? I know that you mentioned this before, but maybe you want to recap that part with the partner and how that gets
Sure.
done.
So again, I still want to highlight the Daily Sentinel, what they did. So here's the Daily Sentinel. We've actually created, this is actually the digital marketing website that we created for them. So everyone does get a digital marketing website out there. What this does is it will allow you to promote yourself. It tells you how it works. You can modify this. We actually pre-fill everything for you. You can modify it in any which way that you would like, but it will automatically have this information of how it works. You can enter in your hours. You can say what your advantage is. We also automatically will feed this into the site, meaning that it will automatically say what business categories are available. And then, as I mentioned, when a site is activated, it will automatically create what's called our clients tab. And then there will be a link there to the client website. So again, you're helping them to get traffic through this area. But this is more so that robots like the Google bot will actually click on the Daily Sentinel digital marketing site, and then they will travel through our clients and then link to that and then start feeding off the information that's inside this website that we've created here. So again, you do get this digital marketing website, and this is how you would start getting business or start selling websites. So when I click on get started, you'll notice that there's a partner number up top that will track that it's the Daily Sentinel who's creating this site. And you'll notice it's their information on the bottom, not ours. This is the contact as well as the name of the newspaper. And so anything that's created there, we even have a backend system that allows you to add sales reps to the site, meaning that each sales rep can have their own unique link. That way they can actually send that link out to a customer and say, hey, build your website. Now that customer builds your website, it will track it under that sales rep. So that sales rep will get credit that they sold it. So again, if you're doing anything of commission structure based on how many websites are being sold, you can track that through the backend system.
Dan,
questions?
yes, there's tons of them. Okay. So, and I just want to sort of pose them where they're coming in. And I didn't hear of any ongoing monthly cost per site, just the initial $15 per site cost. Am I correct that there is no additional cost beyond the $15 setup fee?
That is correct. There is no other cost. So this site that you're seeing here, this is Harvey County Now. This is Bruce, who's the marketing dude that runs this site. Again, this isn't their website. This is their digital marketing site that we've created for Harvey County Now. Again, this site is totally free. We actually create this for you because if you're not selling sites, we're not making money and you're not making money. So we need to work together in creating what's called a digital marketing website. So this website, again, is part of your partnership with Metro. And by the way, you do need to be a Metro subscriber in order for you to be a partner with us with the CMS bot. Again, because that does protect you with the 100% copyright of each image that you're seeing here. And again, each image that you're seeing here is a Metro image. So you're not paying for a digital marketing website. We do give that to you free. You're not paying the $15 a month for that. The only thing that you are paying for is the actual activation of any of the sites. Once the site is activated, not created. So I could create 100 of these websites to get started, go out there, show it to each one of those clients. If one only decides to say, hey, I want to go live, then you would activate it using this digital marketing website. The backend system allows you to activate it. And once it's activated, you then can bill out your client. And once we know that it's been activated, then we bill you that one time per month, $15. So you're only paying $15 to us. And again, we recommend anywhere between $25 to $50 per month for each one of these sites to be active and live.
And Dan, just to reiterate, it is just $15 monthly Metro fee that you're right. So they're being billed just $15 per month from Metro. And then they're handling the rest of the billing on their end with their advertisers.
That's correct. So we don't bill any of your advertisers. We do not communicate with your advertisers unless, of course, you need us to help you, get some wording out there about, if they have any questions in regards to the development or, linking the domain name and you want us to handle that for you, we can certainly do that. But again, we do not handle any of the billing of the advertisers. You would do that yourself. All we would do is we would send you one bill per month of how much you accumulated. So again, if there's 2 websites, you're only paying $30 a month for those 2 websites, and whatever you choose to charge, it's your billing department that would charge that client.
Dan, can you load a video on the homepage of the website to greet the customer?
So you cannot upload a video, but you can certainly have a video on the homepage. So in this example, we don't have one, but you can actually put a video on YouTube, and then that video can be added to the homepage of a site. So I'm always afraid to go live on YouTube and adding a video, but we can certainly do something like that on the sites. And again, those are things that make your site a lot more interactive. It also changes the look and feel of the site. But again, you can put different types of content on the site. So as you can see here, we have, this is the digital marketing website, but you can, let's just see the barbershop. You'll see that they have services on here. Sunrise Vineyard. Let me see if I could find one other sample here that we can show blogs on the home page. So if I go to, I believe, let's just see Center City Care. So here's something really interesting. Not only that we put these images that are great images from Metro that we've selected to post and relate to the business, we also give you features, editorial features that can be added into the site. So right now you'll see it's highlighting the services of the Center City Care. And then you'll notice here that we have a latest blog. So that's actually a feature that's part of what Metro offers. So again, I believe that we were testing out some images. And the feature is all editorial content that Metro has written. And you can at any time modify any of these features where you can change the photo, you can change the content. And again, these are great ways to just add more and more content to your site, and it starts building up your SEO as well.
Okay. Wow, Dan, there's a lot. You ready?
I'm ready.
Where does
I don't lose my voice.
Where does Google Explore where does Google Explore get the local event data?
Okay, so Google Explore, again, those are all people who are posting reviews. So when I said that there's events on there, those are actually anything that you're posting as a review. Again, if there's a local band in the area, you can post a review that they're going to be there, and it will show up there if you do it right. But all the data that you're seeing on there is based on people posting those Google reviews. So again, if you have that Google Maps, I would highly suggest that you start looking at that and seeing, where does your client benchmark in that? Are they actually being seen, and why? And again, it does tend to steer towards higher ranked reviewers as well as well-ranked businesses.
Right.
And another thing with the Google reviews, what I would highly recommend is it's not just photos and reviews, they also accept video. So that's something else that you can do. And I've actually seen some of my videos go over 2 million in views. So again, those are things that you can do to start helping local businesses. And I guarantee you they will see, and of course, if they have what's called ownership of the business with Google, then they will get notification that there was a review. And then once they see, hey, they connect the dots. Hey, this is my sales rep. He's actually out there. He's giving a good word about my business. That's exactly what they want to see.
Okay. Dan, so is it $15 per month per client? If I have 10 clients, I'll be charged $150 monthly in addition to my Metro bill. That's fine. I just needed to know of the cost so I can adjust my client's bill accordingly.
Yes. So you will get a bill just for the CMS bot for the total. So again, 10 clients, 10 times 115 is 150. Yep, that's it.
Okay. We have helped. Okay. Wow, there's a lot here. Okay. So our clients can use their Metro editorial on their sites.
Client can use Metro editorial. Yes, absolutely. So the Metro editorial is part of your subscription package with Metro. So you can copy the content, paste it onto the site. But as I mentioned, some of these sites do actually give you editorial features. So for example, that's a really neat part of the backend system with the sites is that you actually can, for example, a restaurant will not have blogs. There's no reason for a restaurant to have a blog, but a mechanic will have a blog. And the reason for that is you can have information on there, when's a great time to do a checkup on a car, what's the normal for oil changes. We have features that we actually apply to those sites. We also have, let's go back.
And Dan, can I just cut you off? This
Yep.
is all Metro's images. These are all Metro's editorial, like all the images that you're using to create these beautiful websites, all from Metro's website, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
So let's just see something. I just want to do one thing here. I'm trying to get back to this site. Okay, so I'll show you another example. This is a realtor website. So now this realtor website obviously they have listings. They don't have food. So that's what you'll get in the backend system. You'll have a setup so that you can actually show listings. In this case, it actually even downloads flyers. You will get just like a realtor. Again, this is manual input. We're not feeding into anything. This isn't, we're not connecting to like a realtor.com to get that information. This is something that the realtor would just enter the information. They can upload as many video photos. They can post a video in here of the home, as well as a photo gallery. So this is all part of a realtor business category. So again, this is different than a restaurant. So a restaurant doesn't have listings on here. You'll notice also on the home page, it has a blog. So again, how to determine if the time is right to downsize. That's a Metro editorial, and you can modify that in any way in the backend system and make it your own, make it more local.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that, because someone did ask if they have to add a byline. So you just answered that question for them. Here's another good one. Can third-party plugins be used for the website? Example, a restaurant that wants an online ordering function, or a hair salon that wants an appointment scheduler.
Sure. So a hair salon that wants an appointment scheduler, they can certainly link out. They could use the form to create the scheduling, just to submit the information. But what these sites do have, and let's see if I could just go back to my backend system for the site that I created.
And Dan, while you're looking that up, here's another one. Will the client go through us to update the website, or do they have access to sign on to Metro to change their website?
Sure. So let me just answer the first one so then I stay on track. So again, let's just say a lot of restaurants out there have reservation third-party apps, places. So again, everyone's a bit different on where they would link out to. But what these apps do is they give you a unique URL so that you can place on your website. So here's one that developers are going to hate me for because it's so easy to do. So let's just say if I wanted to put a reservations link on here, most development companies will charge you a pretty nice fee just to do that. It literally takes, a developer, I would say it maybe, half an hour to an hour to do that. But with this system, you actually can do it pretty instantly. So let's just say I would like to put a reservation on here, and I have, in our area, we have what's called Toast. So I could click on info and design. I can then create, go to links, and then I can type in reservations. So reservations. And in this case, you know what? I'll just link to Google to show you how well this works. But this is where you would actually add your URL. So what this does is it actually, when you click submit, it will add that to your top. And now you just created a tab link directly to that third party. So again, if I click on reservations, it takes me to Google. Obviously, that would take you to the reservation. So let's just say this hair salon had a appointment scheduler. You can, again, link to that third party so that it will go out to whoever does your scheduling. Now, what was the other question, Sonia?
Will the client go through us to update their website, or do they have access to sign on to Metro to change their website? That's a really good one.
So again, no one is going through Metro to update their website. They're going through your digital marketing website. Everything is promoted through your site. So when the site goes live, meaning it gets activated, the site will, so there's several things that happen. Once a site is actually deactivated, or you've already passed the free trial period, your site will go gray, and it will say, would you like to go live with this? Please contact. And it will contact, like I mentioned, it can contact the sales rep directly, where it has the phone number of that sales rep, because they used a certain link.
Just to cut you off, when you say your site, just to be clear, it's not like the actual, not the newspaper site. It's
not the newspaper site. When I say
site.
your site, I'm referring to the digital marketing site that we've created for you. Whatever information that you enter in there is what it will show and present when the site actually expires from the free trial.
Can you show that partner site for us? So
again, the partner sites are the ones that I was showing you. Let's go back to the Harvey County now. So this is a partner site, and any information that you enter in here, such as your contact information, will appear as the gray information on the site. So when that happens, they can call you. It's basically just a robot showing some flowers and saying, hey, sorry to see you go. But you know what, you can actually go live if you contact us, and we'll, and it says, whatever amount that you're charging. So right now, if you look at the back end, or if you saw when we were creating the site, it did give a $25 per month fee. That's what we use as our default, but at any time you can change that to be 35, 45. And again, we're not charging that. That's just part of the example. But you can charge that, and that's what they'll see. So when that site goes blank, so let's just see. I'm just trying to see if I can actually find a site. Yeah, I can't actually find it right now, but it will say the pricing as well as your free trial has expired. And then it will give the sales rep, if they use the unique URL that we've given to them, to contact that person, or if it just came from the site. So for example, if a sales rep did not sell this and someone clicked on this get started, it will just say that this was a referral from your website. So again, how do you promote this? You promote this on your newspaper website. So you can create a web ad the way I just created one with that, the Dan's Pizza, or you can create your own ad and then post it on your site. And you would link to this site that you're seeing here, the digital marketing site, and you would let them create their own site. So again, once that site does get activated, it does give a login. So you can either choose to create that for them, the login, or they can actually do it themselves. So it will just automatically appear if you activate them. So again, if you activate it, then you would go on the page and then you would see the login, and then you could put your information there. So there is a benefit to updating someone's site, and one of the benefits is that you create that partnership with them, the connectivity. So for example, if they ever say, hey, can you, put that reservation link on the top of the page, you can go back to, hey, no problem, I'll do that for you at no charge, let's just say. And again, you saw how easy that was. It didn't really take that much time. And they think of you as the expert. And that's one thing I just want to get across with this presentation, is that we're trying to get you all to look like the experts that you are in the media industry. And we're trying to help you show that expertise by not only showing how to advertise, but also how to manage your websites to further market yourself digitally online.
Dan, there is a question that came here twice, and I sort of overlooked it. So I want to make sure that we go back to it. How would Dan's Pizza offer online ordering?
So again, if I offered online ordering, I'd probably use a third-party app, and I would just put over here the same thing as the link. So you do get, I believe, 2 links to add on there. So I would just say online ordering.
Okay.
And then I would link it to whatever third-party app, and it would go up here. So the reason why we're only showing 2 links is because, as you can see, the tabs are starting to pile up here. So if you start doing too many, then it's going to start just overlaying and going underneath. So there are some limitations. And again, the limitations are done so that your site just looks well.
Just making sure I'm going back up here. Okay, someone wanted to know, can they order merchandise from the website?
So again, we do not do any, what is it? We do not have any shopping set up here. You can actually put products with their pricing on there and then link out to purchase it, but we do not do any merchant services on the sites. And again, one of the reasons for that is, as you guys see, all of these businesses out there are, getting hacked. So anything with credit cards, we do not want any of that information on the website. What I would highly recommend is using someone like a PayPal to, create the link, and as well as the purchasing, and then we can link out to it for each product, and then that way someone can make a purchase that way. But again, we do not do any merchant services or host any videos on our site. One of the reasons why we don't host videos is because then that would require a lot more server space for you guys. And then we couldn't make this as affordable as we have it right now at the $15.
Dan, are you able to add tracking pixels for retargeting ads?
So tracking pixels. So Tracking pixel would be if we were trying to track pages on the site, but we're not tracking ads on here. Unless if you're referring to an ad from a newspaper where someone goes onto the site and then it gets a track hit. So, I mean, we can figure out ways that we can put coding in the backend system so that it can track. So again, we could certainly look forward to that. Any suggestions or comments that you have seen with what we have right now? So that might be one that we can apply to the backend. So just so that you know, a lot of what you're seeing here are recommendations that we've seen with businesses, and we're always willing to expand what we have. There's a lot more coming. I have some great ideas that we're going to start adding to the backend system, just so that you're aware that there is a lot more. There's reasons why there's blank spots here, and it's because we have some great tools that are coming. I just can't mention them now because we are beta testing. But along with those tools, we also have the contests, which are going to be coming. So the contest, and it's going to look very similar to this, very easy to manage. And we're still thinking about what those prices might be for those contests. So can't give too much right now, but again, just keep that in mind.
Dan, does the site have a cookie disclaimer?
It does not have a cookie disclaimer. And one of the reasons why is the only cookie that actually is being used, it's actually just a temporary cookie. And that's when we're building out the site, but we're not collecting any cookies for people who are going on the site.
Okay. Here's another one. How do I ask this? I think I already asked it. We did that one. Okay. Oh, so what happens if a customer decides that they don't want to continue with the website?
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it's really a great way for them to actually promote their business.
Does it go dark?
Huh?
That was the question. Does it go dark?
Well, basically you just deactivate it. That's all you would do is deactivate it, and that's the way it would be. We can actually, if you tell us, you know, hey, this customer isn't thinking about ever coming back, we can certainly remove the entire site, but we will always have it deactivated so that we don't lose any of that SEO that was already built for the site. But yeah, again, a business should be able to you know, we've priced it at a way that you don't have to pay for the development of a website. We're pricing it so that a business could up and start running with something like this, and we've made it very affordable. So again, if a business doesn't want a site at the rate that we're offering it for, or the rate that you're offering it for, again, I would think that maybe they're out of business.
Thank you for that answer. Here's another grant. Is there a price list? We have a print ad already. Can we upload that and have AI generate web ads? I'm not sure if you covered the whole price.
Yeah, so we're not using AI. As much as we have a little bot on our site, we don't use AI. Everything that has been added to this site has been curated for you. We've modified images through AI, but we do not use AI in order for us to create what you're seeing here. So we're not using AI. Regarding AI, I think it's a great tool if you're using it as a way to enhance items. I don't think it's a great tool for replacing items. I still think there's a lot of issues there. But I do think it's a great tool if you would like to make things better. If you come up with marketing campaigns or marketing ideas or content, you can certainly run it through AI to create some wording for you. But again, we do not generate any AI. Regarding flyers, we will have, and again, I don't want to let anything out of the bag, but we will have something that will create a flyer for you based on a business category and a business name. So that is one of the tools that will be added soon to this site.
I'm a newspaper owner publisher and have been wanting to produce a separate website to promote us as a media and marketing business. This looks like a great way to do that and also try out the service you are offering. I didn't see marketing and media in your menu and wonder if that is coming soon. I also wondered what ongoing charges there would be for hosting.
So there's no hosting. So let's just say the $15 that Metro charges you, let's just say that's the hosting fee. That's it. We're not charging you for anything else. We're not charging you for development. We're just charging you that $15. So There's no hosting fee. It's just the $15 that we charge per month. Regarding the digital marketing, there is no listing for digital marketing as a business category because we create that partner site for you. So we don't want other people trying to create something that you guys are going to offer. So again, we will create that for you, and it is considered like a digital marketing site. You can add certainly more content to it if you'd like. I know the Daily Sentinel actually has created a PDF that shows a combination of web ads with this product where they offer a certain set amount of impressions. So those are things that you can do, and you can certainly go as far as you'd like with any of these digital marketing websites that we create for you. Again, you can add whatever content that you would like on there. We just pre-fill it out for you. So again, this is just another sample site as a digital marketing site. So we build this for you. There's no fee. There's no hosting charge. There's no contract in order for you to get this. If you want this, and I would highly recommend if you would like to get one of these quickly, I would suggest that you all visit the cmsbot website. You click on the contact or the partner with us on the website and fill out this information because we are getting bombarded with suggestions or actually people who would like to have this partner site. So again, we create that for you. As soon as we get this information, I will contact you. I will walk you through on the partner site, how the backend works. We give you a login, and then it's pretty easy to roll. So again, Daily Sentinel, I believe I had a conversation with them on a Friday. On Monday, they're selling the site. It's either Friday or Monday, but it was the next day they went out, sold the site, and actually had their client build the site on their phone. And we were up and running within a week.
Dan, we have another question. How do we redirect the customer's domain to the cmsbot site? Does the client have to access? Does the client have access to the DNS server?
So these are getting technical. I'm trying to keep it clean.
We can always answer that.
No. It's pretty simple. So that's actually what happened with the Honey Badger. They had a GoDaddy domain. There's what's called a DNS. So that's like your own unique address for a server. And so we give them that to update it on their back. So anyone that has a domain name, hopefully they're the owners of that domain name. And if they're the owners of that domain name, they can actually go in the backend system. It's very easy to do. You go to a certain part of that backend system, not our backend system, but GoDaddy's backend system, or whoever owns your domain name registrar. You would go in their backend system, and then you would update that DNS server with the cmsbot DNS server that we will provide for you. So again, once that's done, it will link to the site. We actually even provide so that it has a SSL with it. So that does take about 24 hours to generate, sometimes even sooner. And we will help you link that. So you would tell us, hey, Dan, we have this one's website. They have a domain name. What do we do next? So I give you the DNS information, the DNS server. You then apply that to the domain name while we're already telling our server, hey, once that domain name comes to us, we want it to point to this website. And that's it. And once those two start connecting, your site is live.
Dan, as a follow-up to the question you have just answered, you encourage the business to get a domain name. So there would be a hosting charge, not through you, but say through GoDaddy. If we don't get them a domain name, then Metro or you are the host.
So let's just make it clear. Domain names are not hosts. Domain names is purchasing an address. That's all you're doing. So there's two things. There's a domain name and there's a web hosting. So, and then there's obviously the website. So let's just consider domain name is your car. Domain name is your address. The web hosting is your garage, and your website is the car. So we need an address of the garage. So that's what your domain name is. So that's something that you would purchase through GoDaddy. And I believe it's only $25 a year that you would buy that for. And you could probably get it even cheaper the first year. So that's one thing. And again, I would not advise any of you to purchase it for your client. Help them, walk them through. It's a very simple process, but that way their credit card gets billed every year for a renewal. You guys don't have to worry about that renewal. let them worry and have that, automatically come out of their billing. So that's one fee that's always been out there, having, purchasing a domain name. Now, the garage is actually the web hosting. That's where we're keeping the website. So that car always has to be inside that garage, which is your website. So again, we need an address so that you know where that garage is, and then that's where we put the car. So again, we're not charging for domain names that you would purchase on your own, and you would link it to a site. So again, it's only $25 per year that you're asking your client to spend, and that's more for them to market, where they're marketing it in print, they're marketing it as a part of their website, and again, it's a great way for them to start building their business and their digital footprint online.
And Dan, I think, can you let everyone know that these sites can actually be built on your phone? Like you can quickly go on there. That's how easy it is.
Yeah, so we had that QR code, or you can actually just go to cmsbot.com and then click the Try It Now button in the menu, and then you can actually just try it out and see how it works on your phone. So you can actually build one of these sites. Once it's built on your phone, what I would just do is copy the URL of where it was built, and then you can actually start modifying it more if you wanted to on your desktop. But everything that you do on your phone is the same thing on the desktop, and we've actually just made it fit on that phone so that it's pretty easy to manage.
And then someone did ask if you could please repost the QR code or the information about how to contact us regarding the CMS bot, how to get a advertiser's test site set up, all that good stuff.
Okay, so again, if you would like to try it out, just go to cmsbot.com, and you can always click the button there for Try It Now. Or if you would like to become a partner, and again, I'd highly suggest that you submit that as soon as possible, because we are getting inundated with partnerships here. Just fill out the form by simply clicking on our contact on cmsbot.com, or clicking on the Partner With Us button on the homepage. Fill out the form, put your information in there, and then we will get back to you in regards to creating that partnership website. And let's just see if you would like to see that QR code. And again, I apologize that we're at almost an hour and a half. That's a long time. Let's just see if I could get that share link. So that is the QR code that you can scan right now, and that will allow you to build the website on your phone. And of course, let me just go down. Yep. I'm just going to go down to the bottom, so then you all have our contact us information. So if anyone does have any questions, you can contact client services, the Metro's client service team. It's 800-223-1600, or if you're outside of the US, the number is 212-947-5100, extension 253. You can also reach me via email, and my email address is dperez@metro-email.com.
And I just want to remind everyone, there will be a recording of the webinar, a copy of the presentation. You'll have links there. So if you want to go in and request a password for yourself, update passwords for your teams. I know we covered a lot of the solutions that are part of your Metro subscription. Maybe you want to set up a refresher training with your team again. I would love to show them and take them through Metro and show them all the great things, especially the brand new redesigned website. So our email address is there, and anyone in customer service can do that. Bethany or Jackie or myself would love to take your team through the site and show them all the tools that we covered on this webinar. Oh, Dan, we have another question. Can Dan put his email address in the chat, please? Dan, put your email address in the chat.
Do I really have
Jeff.
to? Okay.
Oh boy.
All right.
Oh, you can send it privately.
No, there it goes.
Everyone's giving you homework, Dan.
Yeah, I'll give them homework once they sign up.
Dan, that pasta alla vista was very clever. I like it. Wait, pasta alla vista. I love that. Okay,
Okay.
let me see here. If any other questions came up, I know we've been in here for a while. Does anyone have any other questions that you want Dan to answer? Or if I forgot one, there was we had a total of 30 questions come through. If I forgot, please just remind me and I will let me see. I'll go through it really quickly. No, I think no, I think we have our oh. Dan, no, I think we're good. Oh, Jeff said he didn't get your email address.
Just say, okay. I thought I tricked everyone. No, I'm kidding. It just went to the host and panelist. Hold on. Just reminding myself. Hold on. Okay. I think everyone got that now.
Yes, and you had the QR code. Yes, you did. I saw
Yeah,
it.
it was up before.
Okay. Yep, Jeff just got it. See here. Okay, so we gave them email. We covered the webinar follow-up email that's going to go out. Thank you, Helen. So if there's any other questions, we have maybe we'll stay on a little longer just in case if something pops up. If not,
Righty.
if customer. Oh, Dan, here's another one. If a customer has a website through cmsbot, is there a need to renew yearly or does it stay live for years to come?
So the CMS bot website will stay live. Well, again, if they're paying the newspaper, but it will remain on the server. If anything, we will just keep continually updating it so that it meets Google's standards and the SEO. But that also doesn't imply that if they do not renew their domain name. So for example, if their website has a domain name and they don't renew that, the website will still be there, but obviously the domain name will not be pointing to the website. But you will still have that long URL that would be. So again, consider Facebook. Everyone has a long URL for Facebook. It starts off with facebook.com. So consider this the same way where it starts off with the cmsbot.com. But again, I would highly recommend that everyone market themselves better, especially now that your clients will have a pretty nice site out there to start showing what they offer. So again, having a domain name pointing to the site and will help you get that all connected is probably the best way to go.
Okay. Hi, Katie. Let's see here. We have another question. Is $15 the introductory rate?
Yes.
I guess we're getting that a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot of them coming up like that.
Yeah, there's a big reason why everyone's saying $15, if that's right. It's correct. It's $15. It's an introductory price right now, meaning that we want to keep it at the 15, but I think, it might have to go up a little bit higher eventually, but not for those who are signing up right now. So that's why we are saying, we highly recommend that you enroll now. We have a lot of partner sites that we are going to start building. We certainly want you part of that, and we are sticking to the $15 right now so that you can go out there, begin selling, and experience what you can do for your clients. And not only that, you're also giving them leverage to promote themselves, let people know what they have to offer. One thing that, again, I don't know if you guys see it, but I'm very passionate about, all of this. And one thing I really stress is that, just like that restaurant that I went to and I almost did not go to, if I went by their website, I would have never been there, and they're losing a customer. And just so then we're going there at least twice a month, if not more. So again, they got a new client. They're great at what they do, but they might not be great at managing their websites, which is why we've given them a tool that will allow them to do that, or they can allow you to do it for them. And this creates that communication between you two in regards to a relationship with the advertiser, as well as they consider you the expertise in your field. So yes, $15 a month.
Dan, thank you for letting me be a part of this great presentation. I've learned a lot. It was great, and I was so excited to be part of it. So thank you. And thank you, everyone, for joining us
Thank you,
and
everyone,
spending
for
your afternoon with us.
Excellent.
Okay.
Well, look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.